All right. Everett. We are outside of the Northampton Family and Probate Court at 15 Atwood in Northampton. It's the Hampshire Division. We have our paperwork to file. I checked online. It looks like there's no major federal holiday today, so hopefully they open. I mean, hopefully they close for business forever, right? Because they're corrupt as shit. But in the event that they are still open for business and they haven't been held accountable for destroying families' lives and not acting in the best interest of children and protecting abusers, then we're going to file our paperwork for Cinco de Mayo. So, what are we filing? We have a CJD 400 form. That's the train going by. Train coming. Yeah, we have our CJD form 400. I don't really know. I have to. That was the thing. The judge said I had to fill out the right paperwork to see my kid, because that's acting in the best interest of the child, is making sure that the paperwork's filled out correctly. So anyway, that's what we're doing. You know, let's not really worry about how much time it takes in between, and that a child's psyche can essentially be shattered inside 30 days of not having contact with a biological parent. You know, who cares, right? Who cares? This is just trauma land. Everyone, that's the name of the game, right? Everyone has to go through just the most trauma because this is a social human experiment by the fucking psychos at the helm. And I mean, if you think that I'm exaggerating that, why don't you go look up Project Artichoke or Project Bluebird or MK Ultra or Havana Syndrome, right? It's not guesswork. I'm not speaking out of turn. This is just a 70-year track record that's led us here, right? I'm sure it's not traumatizing to be separated from your son, right? It's fucking fine. It's totally normal, guys. This is what the family courts do because they're providing a service, a social service to us. We should be thanking them, right? So, yeah, we have the motion for temporary orders be heard. All conflicting prior orders to proposed temporary orders be modified or removed. I'm basically requesting that new temporary orders get installed and the other ones go away, right? I don't want supervised visits. I don't want to have to pick up my kid at the police station when apparently they're part of the problem. We have our certificates of service, right? You gotta have that with every filing. You have a certificate of service stating that you submitted the document to the other party, right? And so when I go into the court, they're going to look over my paperwork. If it's all filled out correctly, it'll get stamped and entered into the record, and then it's my responsibility to deliver a copy to the other party, which I typically do by mail. And then we have our orders. We also have this is a YWCA report here that the notes from the visit, because I did do one supervised visit, even though I didn't want to. I wanted to see my son. And so I did it. But there were some issues, right? I wasn't allowed to clip my son's nails. I wasn't allowed to give him anything to take. And when he greeted me, he acted like a dog. And that could and possibly should be considered a sign of regressive behavior and or grooming. And so I highlighted that, right, in the report. Cedar leans in and licks NRP's nose, pretending to be a doggy. Yeah, I don't know that he actually licked my nose. I think he was like mock licking or trying to. The weird thing too is that this guy from the YWCA didn't note that my son acted like a dog initially as soon as he got there. He referenced it in there because he did it a few times, but the most alarming part to me was that his first reaction when he saw me was to act like a dog. That, it's just been red flag after red flag. And then I asked this guy, because I thought I read somewhere in the disclosures from the Y that when I wasn't with my son during the visit that there would be recording in the hallway. And I feel like I remember reading that, because it stood out to me and like wouldn't have been okay. And I'm not sure if I actually read that or if it said that I wasn't allowed to bring in any electronics or recording devices. I'm not sure. But anyway, when I asked the guy if there was any recording, because he walked my son back to the mother at the end of the visit, and my son attempted to run back to where I was because we have an amazing relationship and we don't see each other. And so when I asked him if there was, video footage of the hallway walk, I didn't get a response back. And any one of these things on their own is just nothing, but everything all put together is just extreme and severe separation and psychological abuse of a minor. That's just what it is. Anyway, we're about to go file some shit in a corrupt building, and we have a court appearance on May 5th if anybody wants to come. Northampton, Mass.